U7Buy provides the most convenient, fastest, and safest way to upgrade your team with numerous positive reviews and verified by top creators from different countries with 24/7 online customer support. Before the end of October, all users who place an order for FC26 coins on U7Buy for their first order of FC26 coins can enjoy a plus 10% coin bonus. Using my discount code Inception can get an additional 8% discount. Oh my goodness, EA is actually spreading out content for your boy. Thank goodness. When they do stuff all in one day, it just... crazy, bro. It's crazy. Anyways, guys, new card today to check out. Victor Gyokeres. With this card, Flashback is a Flashback version, right? Yeah, Flashback version. They gave him a rapid this time, right? So this is the runner type. Okay, so let's see here. He has, so finisher would give him a dribbling boost, but then he's no longer a lengthy. And then what does a basic give him? Is this just a physical type attacker that you just work with the dribbling as it is? Is that what the vibes are for this card? Talk chemistry style for pace. It's because you know why I'm looking at this card is because it almost looks like a hunter flex. And then you utilize the pace out of the card with the rapid. But then the dribbling could still be decent with a press proven. Just depends what his base mechanic stuff is like. Enforcer as well on the card. Huh. I kind of want to try him out on a basic because basic still gives him a dribbling boost, but then it still gives him a little bit of pace boost. Sprint speed is more important to work with that rapid as well. Yeah. Does he have passing playstyles? No passing playstyles, but you have advanced 4++. Okay, okay. Listen, we'll complete the card. We'll play him in the striker position. We'll see how he plays. Hopefully he's a beast, man. Okay, so for the first game, let's just try him out on a basic. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm probably still going to want to give him a finisher just because of how this game generally plays out, but I want to see how he generally plays first. Because he might be pretty good on the basic. With the shooting, like, 89's not like a horrible area, so... Okay, guys, so we're going to do the thing that I think people would love for it to be the case all the time for this review, because I was doing the recording for the reaction video. So the way that my audio works is that obviously I have that on louder volume than like compared to my gameplay audio. So unfortunately, we couldn't do the edits the way that we normally do because it's a little bit harder to find like the audio cues and whatnot, right? So let's talk about this card, right? So the first game, guys, we just tried them out on a basic. That's going to be for these highlights that you guys see right now. Basic is going to keep him on a lengthy. You get certain boosts in certain areas when it comes to dribbling, passing, shooting, all that kind of stuff, just so that you can kind of feel out the card, whether or not you want to keep him on a lengthy, all that kind of stuff, right? So to be honest with you, right after the first game, when I was on a basic chemistry style, I was like, yeah, I'm going to have to change. Like in this part right here, I'm already discussing, like, I got to give him a finisher at the very least, because the way that this game generally plays out, right? When you are using cards like this is that their dribbling just needs to be better, right? Because I'll give you guys an example, right? From the SBC cards that we were checking out, right? Mia Dema, the female player that plays for Manchester City, she has lower dribbling, but she gets compensated by the passing abilities, right? So for a card like this, it's like you're going to be rough in the dribbling department, but then you're not going to have passing playstyle. So the only playstyle that I can really do with this card is to just get into clear and obvious goal scoring positions, shoot the ball, and call it a day, right? But a few things that you notice from these highlights, especially from this one right here, right, is the attacking AI part was bothering me a little bit, because sometimes, like, if he would overcommit, you guys know how this meta is, I'm going to overcommit forward, so I kind of need someone to kind of come back. Brother, this guy would commit forward, and then he would take his sweet time to track back. Sweet time, right? There's gonna be a lot of situations here where I kind of force the run with him, ball roll into a first touch, you know, stuff like that. Those are gonna be like the more obvious situations of him getting into goal scoring opportunities. Sure, when you get into those areas, because you have, you know, the finesse shots, because you have the driven shot, you'll be able to score those chances, right? What you guys are going to see a lot of, and it's just clips that I kind of just like leave in there just so you guys can see the animation choices the player does, is a lot of it can be on the heavier side, right? So with a card like this, what do you got to do, right? So you got to do stuff like this where you utilize a run out of him, you force the run, and then you just run afterwards, get into position, and then score an opportunity, right? So again, because he has the finesse shot, because he has a driven shot, if I give him something like a finisher that increases his finishing capabilities and I utilize him for his strengths in that regard, sure, you could still technically score goals with a card like this. Over here, I get completely lucky, go for a driven shot, don't score that opportunity. Would it be best to, you know, play a card like this who is strong foot on the strong side as a striker? Yeah, you know, I was trying out different variations of formations. But again, another situation here, run, utilize the enforcer a little bit, right? Just so that when a defender is kind of approaching you a certain way, all you do is kind of like shrug him off and then you have more of a goal scoring opportunity. But that's like the main way, right? Because the thing is that with cards like this, when you're pushed up against a defender, they are a little bit more difficult to move. In a situation like that, his goalkeeper was moved, so he didn't end up scoring that one, right? But again, for most of the attacking opportunities, you have to really just create chances for yourself where it's utilizing the through ball stuff, utilizing the lob pass stuff, on the lengthy specifically, right? Because during these highlights, you're going to see me use him mainly on the finisher chemistry style. But even with the finisher, you can see that his dribbling is still going to feel a certain way, right? So that's where it could present to be a problem over here. This is my gripes with AI and stuff as well. But over there, no utilization of attacking AI. The guy has advanced forward plus on him, no angled runs there. There's no responsiveness to move into the certain spaces there. That I don't really fully blame him on. It's just the attacking in this game is not as good as it should be, to be honest with you. But there are players, like I said, and I've told you guys this many times, that, you know, you have players that are not even advanced forward plus, and they move across the pitch like significantly better than other players. That's why people keep using Pina, because the way that Pina moves across the pitch without having rolls is good enough for her to score opportunities. But yeah, a situation like this too, you know, just trying to see if I can get to certain spaces to score. Right there, all I have to do is kind of just get a touch off, accelerate into position. You know, he'll utilize the rapid a little bit in that spot, and then we can score an opportunity like that as well. So that's going to be like the main ways again, right? So over here, the card is being pushed up against defenders. You lay it off. Maybe you create a chance over here in the middle. Right there, this is a part of the sluggish part of the card, right? So I'm trying to take a touch going upwards, and the card does an emphasis, so it still keeps him on his right foot. I'm trying to touch the ball and drag it upwards to go on a left foot finesse, but obviously because of the way that his body type is and all that kind of stuff, a little bit more sluggish to work with. Over here, we make certain passes, lob pass to the side, back into the middle. We can make a pass here with him because I'm not doing a first time pass, right? I don't have the play style. He doesn't have the passing stats, but in a goal scoring opportunity like that, you guys can see what I'm saying about how important it is to have the play styles. Like with Mia Dema, she has the tiki taka, she has the incisive. I don't need to waste the time to take a specific touch to then score the opportunity afterwards, right? Like it's in this game, if your game feels emphasized, you don't want to deal with that, right? So yeah, that's just something they're gonna have to deal with a card like this. So over here, that's the main way they're gonna score with him, right? It's just pushing up against defenders. Maybe you get a one slight drag touch, finesse driven shot afterwards, but that's mainly if you're playing against people that are, again, parking the bus. So right there is an example of the enforcer. So you can see that when you make the run, you can see that my commands with the controller afterwards is to hold or to press L2 or LT. And in that way, I'm able to utilize the enforcer part of the card so that I can score an opportunity afterwards. I try to go for a lob pass here, but lob passes, they just take way too much time to settle and then to progress forward. Right there, it's better to just do a through pass, to be honest with you. But again, over here, I'm forcing the attacking AI run. I try to do the command before I receive the ball in that situation because I see the goalkeeper pushing against me. So I already know that if I don't do a first time strike, like trying to deal with the dribbling on a card like this and then going for a first time or going for a strike right afterwards, it's going to take way too long. Over here, just a regular strike. I didn't really have too many crazy options to work with there, so I'm just like, let me just shoot it. What else we got here? So we have a run right here. I force a run upwards, utilizing the enforcer part of the card, lay off, try to shoot the ball. Didn't get an opportunity there, but yeah, you have to enjoy using these types of players that have like the enforcer on them, that have the bigger body type, that do the shield touches, because obviously if you do the shield touches with the card, that is how EA wants you to utilize a card like this, right? Over here, I just do a few small dribbles to kind of get into the space. I think at this point I was using the engine. I don't know, I can't really see that because it's like a smaller font here, but I think at that point I might have been using the engine at that point. But again, it's not even necessarily about giving a chemistry style to make his dribbling feel a certain way, because he's gonna feel a certain way anyways. It's more so just to make him a lengthy player. But this is an example here, right, with the attacking AI situation where I do a fake shot, I go backwards, his attacking AI is not responding to any of the moves that I do there, and it is what it is, right? So he does a bad giveaway here with the goalkeeper, we transition forward and score a regular shot right afterwards. A couple situations here, small little dribbles. I try to do a small little touch to get a finesse shot across the goalkeeper. Doesn't end up working out there, but at least you're able to do small dribbles with him, at least a little bit, right? Over here, I'm trying to force certain attacking AI runs. We go into the side position, try to wait for space to kind of open up here. These custom tactics that I was using today, none of them have like unique attacking AI. It's too meta, right? Like you guys know I'm not really crazy about these ones, but situation like this is with the 4-3-1-2 tactic where, again, his AI at least allowed him to get into space there. I take one touch and then I do a driven shot right afterwards. But for 350 something K, a lot of players are going to be able to do that sort of play style. But over there, that's when you can see I can utilize the lengthy, do a little push in behind the defense and score an opportunity that way. Okay, guys, so final verdict on the Gyokeres card. So, guys, this card is for people who play like a very linear play style where they kind of just force through passes with him for the most part, right? Like if you're using tactics where you force a through pass, you get that lob pass or through pass off, then you can utilize Enforcer to shrug off a defender. That's the main way to utilize this card. In the current meta, however, I will say that you're probably going to prefer to use different strikers for the most part, because you need players that can, in my opinion, pass the ball, have better stats in certain areas. Like a card like this, his playstyle, it's just different to the way that strikers generally play in this game. And it's different in a quote-unquote bad way because he's more sluggish, right? So even if you were to give him a finisher chemistry style, engine chemistry style, whatever it is, it's one of those things, right? This card, I feel like if you utilize him in game, you got to give him some sort of variation of like an engine or something, right? Because you need to be able to feel him out with like the lengthy part of the card. Pause. But when you increase the pace and you increase the dribbling and you increase the passing to be as high as possible, and then your shooting is the way that it is the card usable in the striker position? Sure. Do I completely agree with the like to dislike ratio for this SBC? Absolutely. This is not one of those expensive SBCs like a Sergio Busquets that gives you icon chemistry and disgusting passing capabilities while being a lengthy. Gyokeres is just one of those cards where it's like you need to enjoy playing that sort of play style in order to utilize him. Can he still score goals? Sure. For the price range is crazy in my opinion, right? Like even if Black Friday gives you guys a bunch of fodder, if you end up using this card in the game, you'll probably still revert back to a Claudia Pina. That's just and I can't blame you, because you need players that when you climb divisions, right? And you look at the price range of certain cards, like guys, like it's insane what they do in this game, right? Because this card right here, we did a review for the other day, right? I would rather use this card every single day of the week, man. And she's 72K with Man City links, which is not super hard to work with. Is it weird for me to tell you this? Yeah, because they just boost the female players like crazy. Why? Because they're shorter, they have a skinnier body type, they feel more responsive. The trade-offs when you use a card like this card, right, in the striker position, just even there, right, even if it's just like 1+ in that area, her dribbling is low, but she's a female player, so she's not going to feel as bad. And the fact that you can even make this card a lengthy, like, look at the stuff EA does to these cards to make them significantly better. It's crazy, man. It's actually insane. Just thinking about it, man. Oh, yeah. But, like, guys, what's the compensator for this card, right? If I give her a hunter, look at her passing stats. Oh, it's not, like, super high. Yeah, but tiki-taka and incisive. Oh, but her dribbling is going to be a little bit annoying. Yeah, on the ball, sure, but you can move quickly with her because her AI will get her into positions, and it's the passing playstyles with both of the shooting playstyles, especially the driven shot plus, that's going to make you get a card like this. That's just the state of the game right now, guys. These female players, bro, they cook compared to these guys. Like, a 350k for this guy, like, when you look at it from an in-game value perspective, I'll tell you for the review, this is the review account, I'll probably never use this card again. Like, for me personally, it's just not my playstyle. Like, I need players that feel quicker. I need players that can pass the ball. And AI-wise, I need them to respond quickly, too. Like, sometimes it takes a while, you know what I'm saying? Like, I need you to... It's funny, because he actually responds quicker when you put him on a lengthy. But it's like, dude, you're putting him on a lengthy, and then it's like... and then you have, like, 89s for shooting, you know? It's just... It is what it is. It's one of those ones, guys, okay? Thanks for watching. I'll catch you guys for next one. Peace out, dudes. Love you guys.